There we go.
Hang on.
There we go. Hey, finally, we're all good.
Have we got Pete, or is this all we got?
No, he's got family problems.
All right, okay. So, where do you want to start this? Do you want us?
Before we continue, does anybody know how I get rid of this fucking keyboard off the bottom of the screen? It's just covering up half the screen.
Have you not got an X button or anything? Like an X in
No,
the
there's
corner?
no X or anything.
To be honest, Paul, we're all here. You'll just have to put up with it, otherwise it's going to be.
Turn the phone to the side, or?
You're the one I can't see, so maybe it's all right.
No, but now, you see me now? Can you hear me now? No.
Yeah.
Well, I'm here, but you can hear me, so it doesn't matter. Just crack on.
I'll work it out.
So, do you want us to start, or you guys to start? Do you want us? It's up to us. Obviously, we've had a brief chat earlier, me and Lee. We took all the time. I guess you guys have had a chat as well. So what do you want us to put our side across, and then obviously we take from there?
Let's hear your grievances.
Okay. Lee, do you want to start? Or?
All right. Oh, sorry. Yeah. First thing I'm going to find out, because when Pete come on the stream, there's a big bit of confusion because he turned around and said that you kicked us out of the group, Paul. But then when I was kicked out of the group, when Rob was kicked out of the group, I was told it was a group decision by all the admins. So that's the first thing I wanted to clear up.
Yeah.
But there's no animosity. We're not going to raise our voice. We'll have a civilised chat.
Yeah.
And hopefully it don't go out of control. And that's.
It was a group.
I want everyone to be honest.
It was a group decision, but it wasn't. It wasn't the entire group. You know, Evander wasn't involved or anybody like that. But it was the majority of the group decided.
Okay, that was the first thing. I don't know if you want to move on to. Obviously, I messaged you, Paul, the other Paul.
Yes. Me. Hello. Yes.
Yeah, I messaged you. The second I was kicked out, everyone blocked me instantly. I reached out.
I didn't block you straight away.
No.
That's right. Hence, you reaching out to me. Yeah, I'm with
you.
You
probably blocked me after I called you a cunt.
Probably, yeah. To be honest,
but you know, when I message someone, you know, who says they're my friend, and I want to find out what's going on, and they just don't respond. That's the sort of message you get because everyone else had already blocked me.
Well, after the thing that had happened, and you messaged me, I rang you 3 times. Remember?
Yeah, that was a few days before.
Was it a few days before?
Yeah.
Actually, I can't remember. And then you said, "Don't." You said leave it for a bit or something like that. So I left it, and then whatever's happened, and yeah, I mean, you messaged me, and then I can't honestly, Lee, because everything's that long ago. I do remember saying what you said, which. If I get sent a message like that, I didn't expect it, to be honest. But I kind of expected something similar, but not as harsh, if that makes sense.
But like I didn't expect people that said they're my friends to kick me out of a group and then block me. So
it might seem very trivial, these little things, but it all builds up. Like when obviously I left the admin group because obviously what was happening with Lee, and then I got removed from the big Paulie group because of JB. I did a video with a wig on because obviously we go back into later because for months. You've been antagonised.
Rob, not to do that though. Remember?
I know, but for months there's been a lot of stuff on videos aimed at us. And you've even Jamie. I'm not picking at Jamie, and you've admitted to Lee that you do it to get a reaction. And even when I got kicked out, I was speaking to Evander like a week before. Evander blocked me. Lisa Loves blocked me. About 10 people blocked me that I've had no problems with. So obviously you guys have said something about. I understand you want to protect your friends, but even Lee had people go to him from different groups to say, I don't mean to raise my voice. They've been contacted by people, one of you 3, to say remove him.
If I can jump in, if that's okay.
Yeah,
is that okay? Yeah, great. Yeah. So from yours and mine relationship, Rob, as I mentioned earlier.
Oh, okay.
So I'm under the impression that you left the group as opposed to got kicked out. Now, if I'm wrong with that, I can't remember. I know Lee was removed, but
I stepped down from admin because of Lee was getting a lot of stick from what's that guy's name?
Jonathan Smith.
Jonathan Smith, a lot of stick, and no one was doing anything about it. It was brought to Big Paulie's attention. Oh, he's done nothing to me. I've not seen it. Paul, you've seen it. Paul, you've seen it as well. All the shit he's got. And I put a picture up of I think a t-shirt with a ball bag on and put his head on. Yeah.
Yeah. I think,
And
to
then
be honest, at that point, we were like, that's going a bit too far. That shouldn't have been in the group.
But then I got removed from. Obviously, I stepped down from admin.
Yes,
As
you
I
did.
got
Yeah.
as far as I can remember, when Lee got removed, Rob, you quit the admin. But as far as I remember,
No. What happened? I quit the. I quit the admin. Yeah. I put that post up, obviously, with the cock picture.
Yes.
You removed me to say if you've had a few complaints.
Yeah.
And the morning after, you removed Lee. So obviously Lee got removed after I got removed, and Lee didn't do anything.
No, I did.
Yeah.
I got told I was removed because of the horrific messages that I put up to Jonathan, because I said you look like Right Said Fred with AIDS. But it didn't matter that he'd been messaging me continuously for weeks and weeks and weeks, which I've been messaging you about. And when I spoke to you about it, you said, well, I haven't seen the messages. I'd actually sent you screenshots of the messages, but you'd not seen them. And he'd also been trolling me in private messages, calling me all sorts of names, cunt this, cunt that, like I used to get all the time when I was an admin. I'd mentioned that to people. Nothing was done about that. And my last message to you, Paul, was, if you're not, I've asked you continuously and you've not done anything. If you don't sort him out, I will. And you step back.
And I messaged him.
So I sorted him out.
I've messaged Jonathan.
Can I just finish, Paul? Sorry. So I sorted him out, and then for sorting him out myself, I was removed. That's what I was told.
See, the thing is with Jonathan, whether or not it was me or whether or not I didn't look in the group, but I didn't see anything in the group pages that made me warrant removing him. And it was only then you brought the attention to me that
even Paul was saying, even Magpie was saying that he was a problem.
Was, yeah. Because he kept putting, was it laughing emojis or something on some posts or something like that?
I had 37 notifications in half an hour on old posts. We'd gone down all my old posts to put laughing emojis under them, which is normally I wouldn't give a shit about. But the guy was constantly just winding me up day after day. And add to that private messages that I was getting off him as well.
And you think it's only very small stuff. We was all friends, and this is the minority over people you've been friends with for years. You've met up, and you're taking people's sides where you've spoke to like 3-4 times. You're taking them to lose us to the friend. And then, Paul, you've removed us from your admin team. We don't want to come back to the group. No, we don't want to do that. But you've removed us twice now from admins, from your community, and apologised and brought us back. And I know the last few days, obviously last week or so, everything we've said in the videos, you've apologised to Lee for. So it's all been admitted. But the thing that hurts me the most is like things are said in your, like, even when Pete joined, obviously Pete accused Lee of threatening Jamie a while ago. And I wasn't on the call. Jamie, obviously Lee will explain more. You was on the call with Jules, and I could say Adam obviously knows. Yeah, you know, he said that, but Pete assumed it was Lee. If you watch our video back, everyone that's joined our streams, complete dicks, made themselves all look like cunts every time they've been on. And once Pete was throwing stuff at us, you said this, you said that. When we was providing them with the truth, they had nothing else to say. Why would we lie? The only reason we put stuff in intros is to get you guys on so we can chat, because we was all blocked. Just to get us, because we're not in your community. And when we leave a group and people that I hardly speak to sending us private messages, 10 to 20 people saying, look what's happened in the Big Paulie group, and look what they're saying. They're saying about all the toxicities at the group. What have we done to you guys to have that reaction? Because I know, Jamie, I've not done anything to you. Lee hasn't done anything to you. And you've said to him when you've done that, this is obviously I went in this stream, that you say them things because obviously comedy is what you do to deal with situations, and you say stuff to get a reaction out of him. You said that. So all I want to know is, obviously someone's gone to someone and said stuff about us which isn't true. Why has that happened to anyone? I'm not aiming anything at Jamie, but it started from that.
All right. I've seen the streams. I'm used to it.
You must understand, because obviously we're getting this stuff. All the true friend stuff, and even stuff like Millership. I brought Millership in the community. I've apologised to Millership for what I said to him. We was all cushy. then he removed he removed me again for nothing that's happened. And I'll shut up in a minute.
I don't know why James has removed you. I don't know why Evander has removed you. I mean, obviously he must
I'm
have
going
his
to
own
say it's because of
reasons.
Jamie, and I'm not going to. Honest, it's just us here. It's got to be honest. Nothing's going to be said after this. We want to clear it up, and that we all go our separate ways, and that's it. I just want the truth because I'm sick of doing these videos, and obviously people are sick of it. We've got 1,900 people watching our videos because it's unfair what's happening. Obviously, you guys don't want to be called out. We don't want this shit. We don't want people talking about us. We don't want to see comments saying this is what the other bunch have put up, and then magpies liking every comment, hearting every comment. We see all that. So we just want it all out the open, just be honest, and that's it. We're done.
Okay, well, I'll be honest. I don't mind doing this. Is that, and I've said this to the guys, and you're more than welcome to see the messages, of that I feel like you and I were really good buddies, me and you, Rob. I feel like personally I've done nothing against you personally. We'll get into Lee in a minute, so don't worry, Lee. I'm not being nasty to you. I don't mean like that.
All right.
You've come here, you've met the wife, you've stayed over. You and I were really, really close. And then because, and in my views, and this is my eyes, and I apologise if it's not
I know
yours,
what's coming
but,
next already. Go on.
But good, what do you think?
It's gonna be because he's friends with me. That's what's coming next.
No. It's got nothing to do with that.
That'd be original then, because that's what it normally is.
So Pete said, the thing is with me and Magpie, we fell out. When I got removed, I was messaging you saying, why didn't you stick up for us? And always the reaction is, I don't like confrontation. I don't want to get involved. And the last thing I said to you was, get Harv back in the group because Harv's done nothing wrong, and that's all I want from you. Because when we got removed,
yeah,
I
but
went
again,
to
Rob,
Pete.
sorry, hang on, Rob,
because no one done anything. No one backed us up. We're friends.
But okay, look, this is how I see it. You and I were good friends. You come here, you met the wife, everything like that. We're good mates. We'll speak every day like you do with Lee, which is fine. You can do what you like. It's your life. I don't really care. No, I don't really care. That's not right. You know what I mean? You can do ring Lee. It's got nothing to do with you being friends with Lee, because you and I were friends when you fell out with Jamie, right? And I said to you, I don't really want to talk about Jamie, and you were like, fine, and we got on because I was friends with Jamie and you were friends with me, and there was no implications, no knock-on effects, no problems at all with that. Even when he did the ball cap thing, you and I said to you at the time not to do it, and you remember that, and you know that. I feel like it's come to a head. Lee got removed from the group, and then you dropped me for no reason. I feel. I mean, how I felt, and this sounds really gay, and I apologize. I felt like you and I this kind of like a boyfriend. Oh, that sounds really bad. How can I phrase this correctly? We had a close relationship. I feel like you've dumped me for no reason, as like a boyfriend, girlfriend, that kind of dumping. And I was in a kind of grieving stage, thinking like, you haven't spoke to me for a while previous, and a couple of weeks later you then rang me and you went, I'm sorry about all that. And I'm thinking, you and I were good friends. Whatever's happened, I have done nothing personally against you, and you nothing personally against me, but you don't speak to me anymore, and I don't know why. Because if it's purely only exiting a Facebook page, then, because you and I have said before, even if we didn't have YouTube and we weren't on YouTube and we both stopped doing it, you and I will still be friends.
But you've not. This is all irrelevant. It might be.
Well, no, I don't think it is irrelevant.
But this is all down to all these comments in groups that are made, directed at us, doing stupid videos saying this is the only stream to watch tonight, doing stupid stuff to antagonise us as a group.
Well, I didn't. You see, with regards to my stream, when I came back to do it, I was going to do that before you even did your live streams, and I never said to the guys, "Can you promote my stream for me?" I never said that to them. They did that off their own backs.
Everyone said exactly the same thing in all their videos.
Yeah, I did not ask them to do that. You don't have to believe me, but that's the truth.
So why have none of your streams been promoted since then?
Because I haven't done any.
Yes, you have. You do them every 2 weeks.
Why haven't they done them? Why haven't done them?
Yeah.
Because Paulie hasn't been on and Jamie hasn't been on.
I haven't not done many videos, to be fair. I've done the odd one or two, but the last couple of streams that Paul was doing, I didn't have any pickups, so I didn't do any videos.
Sorry, Jimmy. What Lee's saying is, why didn't we do any more promotional videos for the other live streams that I did? is what Lee's getting
I'm
at.
saying the one
This
stream,
thing
one.
kicked off. I didn't do
Yeah.
any more. I did it just to. Obviously, I was the first guest, and then I thought, well, okay, I'll promote it because I'm on it. And then I thought the next one was with was it Evander? So I
Paul,
thought I was
Paul.
talking to him. I said, I'll promote that.
It was
That was
you,
the
then it was
that was
Big
the black
Paulie,
and
then it
white
was
one.
Evander.
Oh, I can't remember, but it's whoever it was. I wasn't doing it to antagonize, but I stopped when I realized that it was coming across like that, so I stopped. So that's
Because we
why I
brought
stopped
because
doing
we brought it to your attention in our videos. Because what we
No,
did.
I don't think so.
No,
Once
the
you
reason
pull
was
the
that
clip,
I was doing the promoting Paul's Sunday stream because I wanted people to watch it, and he's a friend and I was supporting him. And then I realized that it was winding you two up. I stopped doing it. I thought, okay, I'll stop doing that.
I think
'Cause I don't
sometimes
want
we
to-
think
I
that
don't want to piss anybody off any further.
we'll be walking on broken glass and thin ice because whatever we think we're doing, some can be interpreted as antagonization and some of it could be not. So
but doing the second stream, the only stream to watch, to zoom in, then do black and white, is antagonising, and that's done intentionally.
it could be. You could say that, but
Jamie, be honest, and that's it. So we're not calling. We just want it done with. Everything that we've had issues with, get it in the open, done, and move on, and that's it. We won't do any more. We won't do anything else. You won't speak to us again. That's it, done.
Well, to be honest, Rob, I do want to speak to you again. I want to get
No, but I
yours
don't
and
want
our
to speak to you
relationship.
again. That's simple. It
Say
ain't gonna
again,
happen.
sorry?
It won't happen
Why?
because things have gone too far.
But I haven't done anything against you.
But you've not done anything.
Even comment-
But you've not done anything to back anyone up, have you? Either.
Yeah, but it's about Facebook and YouTube.
It's
It
not.
doesn't
No,
matter.
this
That's
is
not
where
gonna
everyone.
go-
This is the point I tried to make on the live stream. If I was in a Facebook group with a load of people I didn't know
Mhm.
and I'd never spoken to, never had private conversations with, and I got kicked out, I couldn't give a flying fuck. The whole point was that I was in a group of people who called themselves my friends. That was the whole point. And I didn't expect to be treated that way. And it ain't about, like Rob said, it ain't about me wanting to come back to the group, because I don't want to come back to the group. It was about the way I was removed from the group and the way I was instantly blocked, and the way, if you notice, every single person that's come on our live stream, what's one of the first things they say? No one likes you, Lee. No one's got a good word to say about you, Lee. Rinse and repeat, every single person that comes on. And half these people I've never spoken to before. That don't come from me, does it?
No, but I mean, a lot of the stuff in the Facebook page when you come on was, although you might say that you were pushed to it, a bit confrontational.
So that's one of the main reasons, Lee, why I took the decision to just change it up and just change things in the group, and that I was toying with the idea of having to remove you.
Yeah, but I have a huge problem with that, because you remove me from the group. People don't like my opinions. Fair enough. You remove me from the group, and then literally 2-3 days later, I see a post in the group from Jamie saying we all like different things. We all have differences of opinions. We welcome differences of opinions here.
The toxic element's been removed.
And then we had the toxic elements been removed. So that's me and Rob. Toxic elements been removed.
But it may not have just been you, because we removed.
But people
as
are
well.
not stupid. People know
are
that.
not stupid.
People know that. Because you're not saying our names on videos. People know that. I've had a message even from James Lack. I've had even Kermit message me saying you've got to do what you got to do. He's liked our videos, Kermit.
Well, he's entitled to.
Well, we're not doing our stuff to get. We don't. So we don't care about views. It's our opinion that's come. Everything we've said, we've got stuff to back up, and people are still slagging us off behind our backs. I don't give a. Obviously, I'll go to work, go into my wife, speak to Lee, but then when I'm getting loads of messages, even recently, getting a message from a guy I spoke to twice, Alex, saying he reached out to Jamie to say, "Why don't you speak to Rob and Lee?" and said we've hurt him too much, or damaged him too much, or bullied him too much.
Well, that's not quite true.
I've seen the message.
Got the message.
He sent us the message.
Yeah.
See, this is the thing as well. Why is this whole kind of thing of messages sent here, messages like that? Like,
because then it's your word against mine.
Rob, yeah, but I mean, in theory, that's what it should be, because I mean,
well, no,
it would. The case.
No, it would be your word against mine if you spoke to me, but none of you have.
Yeah, but I did ring you 3 times and you never answered.
Before this all happened.
I can't remember the date.
I
But then
can.
when I didn't
I've got
answer,
all of
and
them,
then
mate.
you
Don't
sent
worry
me
about that.
abuse.
Before all this
Well,
happened.
that's fine.
Before all
But
this
then if you
happened.
send me abuse, I'm not going to respond if you send me abuse.
Can,
That's not
can,
me.
can we just go back to guys have Jamie's answer, because obviously we've just gone straight
Sorry,
to the same
yeah,
game.
carry on. Sorry.
So I was butting in on Jamie then. Sorry.
That's
So-
all right. Okay, I got a message saying, "Hi, Jamie. I'm reading it now, so I'm reading out loud what I put. I'll be honest, what I put. So I can send you the screenshot if you want to.
No, fine.
But this is what I put. So, hi, Jamie. Why don't you talk with Rob and Lee and sort everything out? I said, have you not watched their streams? They hate me. It would just be a point the finger. We're right, you're wrong. I want to move on. They wouldn't listen to me despite all they have said about me. I wish them both well and hope their future video streams and groups go well. I don't hold grudges. I don't wish ill on anyone, despite how hurt I have been from what they've said about what you said in the streams. I'm sure they don't care about how I felt and think I'm attention seeking. I simply just want to continue doing what I do, and they do the same without any upsets. I truly do wish them well, as in you two, and that's true. I can, like I said, I can screenshot that and send it to you if you
No, I
don't.
wouldn't say that.
Can't you see you've caused that? It's gone to the point where all the way right back to when. Sorry, did you say something?
No.
All the way back to when you had that issue with Jules. We all had issues with Jules, but we doesn't warn people, and then it kind of it backfired when she turned on you guys. Obviously, we're friends with her to an extent. We speak to her, and then it was constant. The true friends thing when I stopped talking to you because I had issues with Laura. When I cut a lot of people out because I was in a bad place, and then it was all the videos, the sarcastic comments. And that's when you admitted to Lee you do things for a reaction. So if you admit that, then that's it done.
Okay, right. Let's just get down to that one because
I've not heard you say that. And then it's done, then, isn't it?
Okay, right. Okay, yeah, I did make reference to you guys, and the reason is that there was usually every action has a reaction, and I had been sent, like you guys get sent stuff. I got sent stuff as well from you on the because obviously I was out of the Big Paulie group for a while, so I was getting stuff sent about me from you guys and from other people commenting, and yeah, it is true that stuff like that does upset me, and the way that I work it out is, instead of getting upset about it, is to laugh at it, because that's how I am. I'm sorry if I offended. I know I got no chance of ever convincing any of you guys, you two, because you consider me fake. You don't think I'm real, and you think I'm just going to bullshit. But the whole thing has just got so ugly so quickly. I mean, when I watched your first stream, and you basically ripped me a new asshole, and that's fine. I said, you guys are entitled to your opinion of me. I have no issue with that. And you said you felt all the references, so I could have referenced and done more after that first stream, but I thought, no, it's not. It's despite me having the way that I respond by my sense of humor, it's not funny to you guys. So that's why I realized. I thought, you know what, fine. And I've not done a single reference to you guys either to show that I've stopped doing it, and I won't do it, and that's just how it is. And so I've.
But if you guys said to us, like we had done open mic to get you guys on, if you go, look, we want to chat, but we won't do it online. We'll do it offline. We'd have done it. This is it. There wouldn't have been a second video. There wouldn't have been a third video if you guys spoke to us.
I didn't think it would have got this far, to be honest.
Yeah,
I thought it was only first stream, and then that would have been it. You've had I don't agree with. Obviously, I'm not going to agree with people who are saying shit about or saying stuff about me in a negative way. I don't know. I'm not trying to be funny, but if you guys are in the same position as me, where two guys go on a stream and slag you off for an hour and a half, along with some of my friends as well, it's like, I wouldn't want to get involved with that, because it's just going to stir the pot. It's just going to be. I felt like if I went onto your stream, then you guys would gang up on me. That's how I feel. I know that might wouldn't have gone down, but that's how I felt. And I thought, no, you know what? I stay quiet. I keep out of it, and maybe they'll just move on, and this can it'll just blow over.
But there was after that first stream, that was it. And then Pete does a video
of. I've not done anything on my videos, and I've not.
Yeah.
All
I
this
don't
stuff
watch
on the Facebook stuff, Paulie's page. Yes, I did put that post up saying you've seen the post saying that I felt like I was bullied. I did one post say that I've come back, and that's why. And I know whatever. You guys obviously don't like me, and I respect that. And I also know that you guys think that that I'm doing it to wind you up. But I genuinely felt that I was being bullied, and I know maybe that wasn't the intent, but that's how I felt. But anyway, that's all in the past now. I'm sorry for anything.
Jamie, I had no issues with you. You removed me for being friends with Lee.
I didn't remove you because you were friends with Lee. I got sent a video that you made. Well, not you, but somebody had made in the Bounty Bunch about James being. It was a video of him and Luke. I want to have sex. It was a video I saw of I want to have sex with Luke. And it was a song, and then
And that was us. We did that, did we?
Apparently, that's what I got told. But
this is it. You got told.
Yeah.
And the message you sent me a message to say, obviously, you're good buddies with Lee. I'm taking toxicity out of my life. I wish you all the best, but we can't be friends. I'll send you that message. That's the last message you sent me. Well, and I wish you all the best.
And I've got the message. Yeah, and I've got the message from. I've got the message from you, Magpie, when you told me I was removed from your group because Jamie was in the group and he didn't want to be in the same group as me.
That wasn't the first one. So you originally it was because
Jamie originally left for his own well-being.
Yeah, but Paul, can I correct you on something? Because we spoke by message a few days ago, and what you were saying to me is what I said to you. It's the wrong way around. When you spoke on the phone that night, and I tried to sort it out, and I said get Jamie on the phone, and you said Jamie won't talk to you on the phone. He wants to leave the group, and I said he doesn't have to leave the group. He can stay in the group. He just won't talk to each other. And you said to me, no, he's made a decision. He's leaving the group. That's his decision. It's nothing to do with me. We don't get on. We have falling out, whatever. But then the moment he leaves the group, he puts a post up about bullying.
Yeah, that's why I left. I had to tell people why I felt.
You've never been bullied. I've never bullied you.
I know you say that, but it's not how I felt.
So if you want to talk about bullying, then I'll go back to what I said a minute ago. Every person who comes not on our stream and talks to me and Rob thinks I'm a cunt, and these are people that I've never spoken to. Never had any interactions with in my life, and because they've heard it through other people, i.e., you lot, what type of person I am. And I'll go back to when all this happened with Jules, and me and you were talking, Jamie, and I warned you about what she was like. You didn't want to listen because she was your friend. I fully understand that. So Jules was fucking horrible to me. I talk to Jules now. That's all in the past. She was really, really nasty to me. I won't go into it here, but she was really nasty. You never once reached out to me. Milliship never once reached out to me. All the time she was being fucking vile to me. But the second I found out she'd been horrible to you and Milliship, I reached out to both of you. Did I not?
Yeah.
Yeah. But I'm a cunt and I'm a bully, according to everybody. And, I'm a bit sick of hearing this constantly from everybody that I talk to. Like Rob said about Evander. I used to talk to Evander. He used to message me about Steelbooks. I used to talk to Lisa.
Up until a few weeks ago.
The second I was removed from the group, everyone blocked me. Across the board, everyone just blocked me. People I've never had a problem with, never had a disagreement with, nothing. And then when I talk to them, I can't talk to them. When I talk to other people, it's like, well, because you're a bully and you bully people. I'll get this off my chest because I want to say it now. Matt, for instance, right? I can't stand the guy, right? Now, you probably heard loads of bullshit from him about me. I couldn't care less. Do you know why I fell out with him? You know why, Magpie?
I do, yeah, because he called me a racist and a homophobe.
And I defended you.
You did. And I thank you for that at the time.
Yeah, but when it comes to me, nothing. People sit back.
But he comes on our stream. He comes on our stream and says, I've mended my bridges with Magpie. Lee, no one's got anything good to say about you. You're a cunt kind of thing.
Same with
Josh. Everyone we've defended.
Lee, can I just get this quickly in? Lee, didn't you say to Matt that at least I've got a son?
Yeah, did you hear what you said to me?
I don't know.
Well, there you go. I've got all the messages if you want to see them.
See, that's it. You get one side of it.
Yeah, but this is the thing. But this is the thing, Paul.
You've only heard that bit.
No one talks to me. These are people that say they're my friends, but they don't reach out and say, Lee, what happened? I've heard this, I've heard that. It's just you're instantly a cunt and you're blocked and no one talks to you. Same with Josh. I went on his stream 2 years ago when he was getting ripped to pieces by Alex Pitt. Ripped to pieces. I went on his stream and defended him. Go forward a couple of weeks. Josh is doing a stream saying everyone who's in the Bounty Bunch, which included you, Paul, at the time, and you, Magpie, are all cunts. Again,
Yeah,
I go
Josh is up and down
on there to defend him, to defend you lot and myself. But then go forward a couple of months. Josh is your friend, and I'm a cunt again. You see, it just goes round in a circle. I'm the bad guy all the fucking time.
See, for you and I, Lee, I've never had a bad word to say against you, and we were fine.
Yeah, everyone that we have a problem, every situation we have, everyone says, like when Evander comes on, defending himself, I'm a good guy. Someone else comes on, I'm a good guy. It's a group thing. It's not individuals. It's not, Paul, we've got a problem with you. Jamie got a problem with you. Big Paul, got a problem with you. It's a group. It's a group of people that are fucking us all the time. It's not one person. It could start off one person. It goes to two people. There's a whole community. There's another. Josh has got a community of people with Matt in that talk about us every day. And
I'll be honest, we as a group the only group that we're in, as in like me, Jamie, Evander, and Pete are in. That's the only Facebook. Everything else is closed off. Is the mod group, which is kind of turned into a chat group.
Yeah.
And the only time, in theory, you're mentioned is if, they've got a stream up tonight. What have they said this time? And then nothing. And then, we're going to organise a chat, and that's it. We don't slag you off in that.
We got about 10 to 12 people in our little group, and we got the Bounty Bunch normal thing.
Yeah.
We don't do anything. But then we get called out about we're creating fake profiles, trolling Big Paulie's group, calling him a nonce. I don't. Why the fuck would we do that? I don't know how to do that. And obviously I questioned Pete on that. I'm just thinking that's why I wanted Pete here, because obviously the stuff he said, I want justified. Because why would I do that? I've never created a profile. We're getting accused of making fake profiles up and trolling people. And the only person that ever make fake profiles up on people's streams is you, Magpie. But it's us. When you was trolling AJ.
Trolling AJ.
Calling him a cunt, saying to him that I wish he stopped breathing.
See, I know you mentioned that, but I never said that.
I don't
know what the exact word
that I didn't. That I wanted AJ to stop.
No, you said that. You said that in when we were talking in the admin group. But you had a fake profile because I was watching his stream, and there was a funny comment come up about Schindler's List, and I put in when I was an admin, and I put in the group, someone just put a really funny comment up about Schindler's List, taking a piss, and you went, "Yeah, it's me." Do you not remember
I did that once on his one stream. Yeah, of course I do.
Yeah,
I did
but we get accused of creating fake profiles in the big group.
But I never said anything about you not breathing.
The last thing I'm going to do, I apologise. I thought I would never go on someone's group. I would never make a profile. I don't know how to make another profile to slag someone off like that.
No.
And we had one comment.
I didn't slag him.
No.
I just was going about Schindler's List. That was.
I'm talking about the Big Paulie comment that Pete was saying about that people were calling him comments, saying the M word, which is a terrible thing to be called.
And we had,
but Harv's commented on Millership's thing, calling him Millenons.
Yeah, but that's nothing to do.
I know that's not you guys. I know that, but you, Lee, you commented on Evander's things, saying he bullied small kids.
Sorry, what did I say?
He bullied small kids.
Do you want to send me
young kids or something?
Do you want to send me it?
Yeah, can do.
Yeah, I've seen it.
Yeah, he bullied small kids.
About him, also about him not using his virginity. I saw that one.
On Evander's, on Evander's post. Yeah, that was probably that was probably after he blocked me.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, there you go. Like you said, for every reaction, there's a reaction.
Why I removed Harv from the group because he was just putting too much shit in the group, and even when he left, that's when all the Miller nonsense came up, and he still started putting comments. So
we can't control what people say.
No,
but look what Harv. I'm not saying obviously we know he's got disabilities, but look at Harv. I know people use comedy as an escape, and we know he's crude because he's like that with us.
But that's another thing. That's another thing, Rob. Though going back to that earlier on when you did first of all the bald cap, you did that with Jamie.
Yeah.
And
why did I do that?
Okay, it might be funny, but I personally was hurt that you was doing that to Jamie, someone that you'd met, someone that you knew.
Okay, yeah, but I only did that for the weeks and weeks of stuff that Jamie was putting in his videos. That was the reaction. I'd done nothing to Jamie before that, and that was my reaction to his the way the whole true friends thing, dropping us saying, or constantly saying stuff in videos. And I'm not going back to videos. All of his videos were aimed at us then, and he's admitted that. But we're going on from that. We're not going to keep bringing back the past. That's the past.
No,
I only did that video.
The whole true friends thing was when that all kicked off for me. Was when it all started off when you put a post up. It was when you were going through a hard time.
Yeah, that's what I discussed earlier.
But the reason why all that true friendship stuff happened was because you put a post up saying, I don't need everybody in my life at the moment. Thank God I've got my true friends, Adam and Lee. And then you obviously didn't want to be friends with me and Paul. So I was like, hang on. That was it. We weren't friends again. And you were going through your shit. And me and Paul would chat, say, I'm really worried about Rob, but hopefully he'll come round. But it was a bit hurt that you and I and Paul had been friends. I have no problems with being friends with Lee. That was nothing to do with it. But it was just the fact that we'd been friends and met up and all that stuff, and it just dropped us. And you couldn't come to us with your problems. I mean, sometimes you can't. That's fine. We all go through things in life that sometimes we need to deal with on our own. But you'd made that decision. That was fine. But it did hurt, which is why the truth.
So I made that decision. I made that decision. I stepped away.
Yeah,
so
that was your decision, and that was.
Was that a decision then to make videos aimed at my decision when I was in the bad place?
Well, it wasn't. I don't know what to say. It's just.
This is it. I just want answers, and that's it. It's not. We'll never mention this again. We'll never talk about this again. This is it. It's the only time we're going to talk. So we might as well get everything out of the open, move on, and it will never be mentioned. It's done. It's all done.
Yeah.
This is it. I don't give a fuck about it. As long as I'm all right, as long as Lee's all right, I don't give a fuck about anyone else. I'm not being horrible. It might sound that way, but yeah, that's the way I feel.
Yeah, I'm still, as I said earlier, Rob, I'm genuinely a bit gutted that you and I aren't friends anymore.
Well, even Pete said the same about, I'm worried, I feel sorry with Rob. Don't feel sorry for me. It was my decision.
I don't feel sorry for you. I don't think that. I just think that it was just boom, gone. I don't think it fizzled out as a friendship. I just thought.
But you were friends with Lee as well, so why is it? It's not about me.
Well, no, I was friends with Lee as well. That's right. Yeah, but what I'm saying is, I'm talking about you and I. You and I spoke every day. Me and Lee did not speak every day.
Okay.
You rang me 3-4 times a day, and if I could, I spoke to you. Majority of times I was having a shit, as you well know. But then that just stopped, right? But I don't know why that stopped. Now, I know obviously you got removed, things happened in the group, but that didn't affect the friendship between you and I.
I don't like to be treated like a cunt.
But I didn't treat you like
I've
one.
been friends with everyone. So when I'm saying, you should have defended us, because obviously I've been friends with Paulie, and you guys did fuck all. And that's why I kicked Pete out of my group as well. Obviously, it's a group. It's not life. It's fucking a group where you've made a name and a profile. YouTube. It's a YouTube. It's it. It's not life. It's not life. But I don't want my friends to treat me like a cunt. If they treat me like a cunt, then they're gone. Simple.
Yeah, but I didn't treat you like one.
But you weren't there for us either. You didn't back us up.
No, but you've just said, if I treat you like a cunt, you're gone.
Yeah.
But you've also just said there, but I didn't.
But you didn't back us up, and then you're constantly doing stuff in the background. We had a post that was part in our community that said something about millership trading,
that got removed,
charity shop stuff. And instantly, I commented on it and removed it from our group. Because it got removed, but then it got sent to Big Paulie, obviously, or someone in the community, and Big Paulie puts a comment up saying, "This is from the other bunch," and it says that people notice us, and you hearted that comment.
And there was loads of people slagging us off in the comments, and you lot hearting all the comments.
That was mainly aimed at them, of the person saying that you shouldn't be buying things from charity shops and trading it into CEX. That's as bad as.
Yeah, because if I heart a comment on that, there's nothing in there saying I heart it because I dislike.
No, but why say this is from the other bunch? This is like maybe a couple of days after we got removed.
Missing the point.
Not the guy that posted it. He didn't put the comment from the guy that posted it. So you read it, not knowing the situation.
I'm not talking about you liking the post. I'm talking about the comments under the post that were obviously aimed at me and Rob, saying the other two and shit like that, and you lot were hearting them. So that's me and Rob. You're agreeing with the comments about me and Rob. And when the post
We
got
noticed
put up
people
about
sharing messages.
Millership, we
Go on,
took
sorry.
it down straight away.
Straight away, the minute it went up. And we've still got Jamie Smith in our community. We've got people that are in your community now, and I'll get it'd be vice versa.
That's
There
true,
always
Rob.
will be.
That's the
course.
point I wanted to make, because you're talking about friends and you can talk to whoever you want, and it doesn't matter. You know what we're going to say now, because the second we was removed, you started removing people that knew us from the group. And I think it was you, Magpie, that put the post up about it.
Anyone associated with Rob and Lee will instantly be removed from the group.
Unfortunately, they've got to be removed from the group. What's that about?
Possibly.
I
Can't
don't know
remember.
what the problem was with Zach, though. I'd never had any problems with Zach, and all of a sudden,
He
Zach
got
came
removed.
out with
Got removed.
He got
a
removed.
He
video.
got removed from your group.
He got removed
For nothing.
because he was in our group.
Because he knows me and Rob.
And I said, we left the group. We don't want to come back. These are people like Harv might have, he's got issues with the way things you said. He loves being in communities like that to talk about films. Says the occasional wrong things. Zach loved being in the group, yeah. And they got removed because they're associated with us. And I know Zach put a video up on YouTube, which was obviously he got a bit emotional. He's got disabilities. He admits having disabilities. So, I mean, a lot of the communities, both communities have got a lot of people with disability in, but don't kick them out because they're friends with us. We won't kick people out because they're friends with you guys.
I didn't know that Zach was removed for that reason. Honestly,
I've not removed since I've come back as mod. I've not removed a single person.
And it's the same with
that's why that video
it's the
shocked
same
me,
with
that he
Matt.
put up.
The same with Matt coming on the stream. He come on the stream and instantly swore, and then 5 minutes later started insulting me. It's a guy I had on, and he's acting like a complete bellend. And then he tried to make me and Rob look like
But it's the
bullies,
guy.
which is a word I hate, by talking about Evander. You know what you did. You know what you did. We didn't do nothing
Why
to
did you get him
Evander.
on the
Evander
stream?
come on, and we couldn't have been any nicer to him. We let him talk. He spoke for 15 minutes. I never swore at him, never raised my voice, never said nothing. I let him come on, I let him talk. And then I've got Matt coming on there telling me that I'm bullying someone else in the community. I don't
And
bully
this is the
anyone.
guy that said to Lee the week of knowing him, I'll give you a kidney if you want.
It was 2 days after.
Brother.
2 days after he spoke,
2 days
he was going to give me a kid.
2 days after. And we got him on the stream. We've all been on this. We've all done the streams together.
And as
It was good for him.
to the reply about his kid, yeah, I did say that, because when you talking to someone, and this was the fallout from me defending you, Magpie. Meaning we're arguing for a whole evening, and he was you're nothing but a sad old cunt. Why don't you go and deal with your children? So that's the response he got. So don't dish it out if you can't take it.
But yeah, again, it's only ever one side. There's always two sides. But you guys will only see that side because these are the people that idolise you all the time.
Nobody idolises, well, apart from Jamie Smith. Not you, not you, Powell.
No.
But yeah,
It's like
Nobody idolises us.
every time we do a stream, any comments, I'll leave all my negative stuff up. After I've stopped comments on the streams now, because if they were getting a bit out of hand, they get stopped. Anyone
did
puts a
see-
negative comment, you can't live in positivity your whole life. You need to take negative, or you'll just collapse as an adult. Do you know what I
The
mean?
thing is,
So
though,
anything-
Rob, when I watched your live streams back, it's like 97% of the comments weren't just negative; they were insulting and they were
personal towards
slagging
Jamie
everybody
and
off.
his wife
Yes,
and
some of
things
them
like
were. Some of them were, so it didn't come up. I don't have to remove comments when they're actually in the thing, because I've got no admins on there because I go through my phone. So you can't add admins on your phone. I think you have to do it for a laptop. I think I did that
Yes,
issue
yeah,
before.
you've got to go and buy your laptop. Yeah.
Yeah, so I can't add admins. So I can't, when I'm doing a stream and getting 100 messages, I can't see them because you're on a screen this big.
The response for that, when I first saw all of those comments, when I saw that whole stream and everything that was on there, my initial reaction was to just do a big stream. That's why I did that 10 people stream. It was like a retaliation. But,
I guess to take attention away from us, to take the
well, not
so
to take the attention, no, just because I was annoyed, because it pissed me off, basically.
Yeah, but as you know, Paul,
Sorry?
Rob's got a YouTube channel. I haven't. I've had people come on to me and go, "Why are you doing this on here?" I've got all of you block me across the board, so I can't talk to anybody. Pete was the only one who didn't block me for like a week, And I messaged him and I asked him what was going on, and his response was to me was, and he's admitted that himself on the stream, stop being a whinging little bitch.
I never blocked
Right.
Rob.
No.
I never blocked
So-
Rob, but I will admit that I did block you, Lee, and the only reason why I did that was because you know that I've had comments, not just in the group, but personal comments as well, saying, why is this
When
bloke an admin? He's disgusting, he's swearing, he's insulting people. That's
Yeah.
the reason.
Yeah,
because
like I
so
said to you,
much
like I
shit
said to you
coming in.
before, Paul. Like I said to you before, you made me an admin. You removed me once, and then you messaged me and said maybe I'm a little bit too sensitive. Come back to the group, Lee. Have an opinion. Your comment, your words, not mine. You
Yeah,
said that to me.
I know.
And then I come
agree.
back,
That is what I said.
and
That's what I said.
I on daily, and you know, it's about why you save messages, and this is why I save certain messages. I used to get 4 or 5 messages a day from people in your group, Paul, not in your group, private messages, calling me every single name under the sun, every single day without fail, because I would say I didn't like a film, every single day. So
And you can even see Pete's reaction to the stream. He kept going on about this She-Hulk comment, not like his She-Hulk. It's
I don't like
crazy.
She-Hulk and shit.
I know,
Exactly.
but that's why if you everyone that come on our stream made themselves look like dicks, even the not Slayers, mate, come on so aggressive, calling us out for fights, and then was calm at the end because we'll let everyone talk. It's not if you, like you said to us, or I'll talk to you. This could have been done weeks ago. It took you a month to get to contact us. Do you know what I mean? And the
But
whole
to be fair,
Matrix,
Rob,
I
you've
think
got
it's
my
taken-
number. You can
it's not
ring me
even about the
anytime.
Matrix
It's taking this time, I think,
to
because
get everyone together.
we all realise now. We all realise that we need to just talk it through and just put it behind us, you know, as much as we can, and just get our opinions out.
I
But-
think my opinion is that after the first stream happened that you guys did, my reaction was, okay, they've had their say. That's it. Hopefully that will be it, and then we'll all just go our own way. I didn't thought if I me going, then he started saying,
Yeah.
I know Pete did his
Prams
picture
and-
at the pram and all that. That was not like I didn't know about it. I had no idea about it.
Yeah, that was obviously first off we're gonna think it's all you guys getting together, but it was Pete that did that. Pete did the thumbnail. Pete put the comment up.
Yeah,
And now-
you know,
go on.
I've admitted. Sorry, I don't mean to interrupt. I don't. I've admitted that I've done the references, but since that first stream, I'm not doing it ever again, and that's because I've listened to what you guys have said, even though I didn't agree with all of it, or you're not getting my side of it. I thought if I just shut my mouth and just do my thing, it'll all stop. And I thought the less I do, the better it is for you guys and for everybody else, and for me as well. So I think the biggest problem, I think this whole thing, when it boils down to it, is it's more our viewers or members, whatever, are getting involved in it, and they're like saying, have you seen what this person's saying? Have you seen what this person's saying? And then we're getting that and you're getting it, and it's just stirring the pot, and it's just making things worse. I think
yeah, Jimmy. I think everything has been said. It's
and
now, in
there's
theory,
I mean,
the
you
dust
might
is
think
settled.
every time I don't know, somebody says something, you think, oh, Jamie Powell's had a chat with him, oh, Paul's had a chat with him, or Paul. It's not the case, but you don't, because of everything that's happened in the past, you think that, and it's probably the same for us as well. When we see, I've seen posts on your Bounty Bones, it's stopped now. It's the same on Paulie's group. It all seems to have died down a bit. But when after your first stream, I had, like you guys, I had loads of messages from people saying, why didn't you go and say something? Why? So I just want to move away from it. I don't want to get involved because, okay, they have their opinion. They've said their opinion. Hopefully that's it. You know, there's nothing I can say or do that's ever going to convince you both, because I'm fake. You know, you think I'm fake, so there's no point me even trying. But like I always say to everybody, like I've read to that Alex message, I wish you both well. I don't wish no harm to either of you. I don't want this to carry on. I don't want nobody getting stressed and pissed off. Me and Lee fell out. We didn't get on at the end for whatever reason. That happened. Me, Rob, I decided to block you because I just didn't like the way things were, and I felt bad. Okay, so yeah, I admit that I did that, and that's how I felt. Maybe I was wrong to do that, but that's how I felt at the time. I can't change what's happened, but we need to move. We all need to say.
And then
look,
Lee got removed from the Big Paulie group to get you back in.
Well, yeah, I went back because
No,
you
no,
guys went back.
he got removed for you to come back.
No, he
No,
didn't.
that's not how it happened.
No.
No,
That's
because
not
we
how it
messaged
But
Jamie, asked him
Paul,
to come
Paul,
back in, and
you
he
sent
didn't
me a
want to.
message.
No.
Paul, you sent me a message
I
a
didn't
week
know
ago
that
saying that.
And
I
I,
didn't know
I
you guys had
invited
gone.
Jamie back. I invited Jamie back because I always loved having him in the group. I thought he was
Yeah,
great
you said
in the group.
you said
But-
to me in the message, I had a
but-
decision to make, either to keep you in the group or remove you and get Jamie back. That's what you said to me.
I know, and that
Yeah,
was my
I
decision.
sent a
That
message
was my
to Paulie,
decision.
but that's
And
not
that's
the
what
whole
I've said. That's what I've said.
conversation.
Okay.
The whole conversation between me and Paulie, I said to him, look, if those two are in, I'm out. And the reason wasn't to make Paulie feel guilty or to put him in the middle of something. It was me to get out of that situation and put Paulie out of that situation. And you guys as well, because you obviously don't like me. That's fine. Paulie was in a position where he wasn't sure what to do, so I thought, I'll go. I thought, I'll just go. What's that?
So
But,
if that was the case, why, if you don't want nothing to do with me and you want to move on with your life, why do we keep hearing the bullying thing every 5 minutes?
It's not now. I've
Yeah, but the
stopped.
second you come back to the group, the first
Yeah.
post you put up was about bullying and about
Yeah,
the
I
toxic
think-
element.
post and only post. I left one post saying when I was leaving, I felt I was being bullied, and that's the truth. That's how I felt. And then
Yeah,
when
how
I
you
came
felt.
back, I said I'm back
I
because
think a lot of it is reactions to things like we heard in the live streams, and we
No,
just
this was
posted
before the
things
live
and we
streams.
just
Paul.
said things.
This was before the live
Before-
streams.
And it wasn't one
But-
post. He made 3 posts. The second one was a video.
Calm down. Yeah, I know.
Sitting there talking.
You heard that, so.
I'm still in the group. You
Be quiet. So this is the thing. You know, it is all. I keep hearing this from your side. We want to move away. We want to move away. You want to move away. Nothing happened to you lot.
Yeah.
It happened to me and Rob. I thought I was friends. Me and Jamie have been friends for a long time. Even when we weren't friends, I still said to Paul, and Paul backed me up on this, I don't want Jamie to leave the group. Imagine how I feel when I said, look, we don't get on, we don't like each other, we'll stay in the same group. I even offered to have a video call with you. I want to be told by people that you hate me. People are telling me that you hate me. And then I'm seeing everywhere I go, in every community, I'm getting called a bully. But like I said, short memories, people in this community. Stuck up for all of you at one point or another. And it ain't just about the stuff I've sent people. It's about the way I thought you were my friends. And the fact that, you know, and it ain't about the group. Don't think it's about me wanting to be in a group. Because it ain't nothing to do with that. It's about if someone's my friend, I expect them to treat me as a friend. That's all I expect. But like I said, if you just spoke to me face to face and said, Lee, whatever, it's not working or something's going on, just explain whatever, that's fine. I can deal with that. I'm a man. It was the fact I was booted out. You know, Rob was booted, I was booted, and it's the fact you're blocked across the board. And Jamie, it's your word against mine here. You just said, oh, people have decided to block you. But it's just a coincidence that within hours of you returning to the group with
Amanda blocked me.
Amanda,
The
I got
minute he
blocked across
put
the
in
board.
that
I
wasn't
got
down
blocked
to
across
me.
the board by people I've been speaking
That
to.
wasn't down to me. I did not tell anybody to block anybody.
I'm not saying you told them to block me, but I've obviously heard things from people about me.
I came back and said I felt I was bullied, and that was it. I didn't. I not said nothing else after that either, and that's how I felt. You know, I'm being honest. I felt I was being bullied, but obviously that might not have been how you guys.
So imagine how you felt then. You felt you was being bullied by me, one person. You felt you was getting bullied. Maybe Rob, I don't know, but mostly me. Multiply that now. Keep multiplying it, and that's how I feel. That's how I felt for a long time.
I'm sorry
Because everybody talks to me like that. Everybody calls me a piece of shit. I'm a cunt. Everyone who's come on our live streams, what have they said? No one's got a good word to say about you, Lee. Never met anyone who likes you. Every single guest says the same thing. That's bullying. That's proper bullying.
No, you are being. That isn't right. At the end of the day, none of us should be getting any shit from anyone. And obviously, people fall out. It happens in life, but sometimes it's like a ripple effect. You know, things I've said not. At the end of the day, people, they make up their own decisions. I had a lot of shit from people after your first stream. It's not a go at you guys for that. Like I said,
You was very rarely mentioned. Out of everyone, you was probably obviously. I don't think Magpie was mentioned really at all. in any of the streams really. But pal, you wasn't even really mentioned at all. Obviously, you started off about the steelbook situation. That was just a tiny thing, and you was only mentioned very little. But then everyone that's defending himself is like, I don't know.
Even that, I can address this now because Paul's here. I've had loads of horrible comments about that. It's a fucking steelbook, mate. Get over it. It's a fucking
I
steelbook.
know.
It ain't about it being a steelbook. It's the principle of
See,
the thing.
you see, the thing is, there's two different sides to it. There's the sides of, it's the principle, but then you've got a lot of people saying, well, once you send that to someone, it's their property. They can do whatever they want with it.
No, like I said to you, Paul.
And I'm telling you now, Lee, and I am telling you this, that I did not sell that steelbook. I did send it to a subscriber. So I'm telling you that now.
To me, and you might not like this, what I'm going to say, to me, that's even worse. Because you sent it to someone as a gift, and it was something I bought you.
Well, I could see.
I think obviously sending people.
Yeah.
We've all sent lots of people stuff. I've sent boxes stuff to Jamie, sent stuff to me. We've all sent stuff, but when you go out your way, I think, to buy something expensive, that's something that you're not saying. I've got this extra. I've got a couple of DVDs. I'll send them to so and so. When someone goes out to buy something that costs a bit of money, and then advertise in a group, and then message that person to say, that was when I gave it. I'll treasure this. Sorry, I'll never sell it. I'll never get rid of it, and then get rid of it. Can you see how it feels with that?
That's why I got upset.
Yeah, and you pointed that out that time when I put a for sale sign up on the group, and it must have been me that I didn't realise that I probably just thought at the time that it was one that I got from Zavi, and then
which is fine. I fully get that. I've got loads of stuff I probably don't remember where most of it come from, but it was the point that I messaged you and you was like, "I'm so sorry, mate." You even done a video when you received it, emotional video and all that, which was really nice. Yeah, it was a nice video.
And I didn't think it would be any problem sending it to someone, because I bought that 4 steelbook collection, like to upgrade, and I didn't think it would cause any problem.
Paul, it wouldn't have been a problem if you'd have spoke to me.
Just to forward on to someone else.
Wouldn't have been a problem if you'd have spoke to me. And it was the fact that you never spoke to me, and it was the fact that when I mentioned that you got rid of it, you said you hadn't, and I knew you had.
Yeah.
And that's why I got so upset.
But
and then I was getting bombarded with messages, people telling me to fucking grow up. It's a steelbook.
Yeah, it's a snowball effect. If you and Paul had that conversation there and then, and you'd said, "All right, hands up, Lee. Apologies, I gave it away."
I think it was the point where the message was, "I'll remove it from sale. I'll never get rid of it," and then get rid of it.
And I misinterpreted. You know what I mean? I misinterpreted that whole conversation as well, because I saw that as, Paul sells all his subscriber mail. That's why I did that video. It's just retaliation. It was just me angry doing retaliation. But I've since taken that down, because I don't want people to go onto that video and then to associate that video with you, and then to come back at you, Lee, and say, "Oh, you're a cunt," and all that. So I've taken that.
That's all these videos saying about that.
It was a thingy at the moment. And so far as what was mentioned about putting that video up on the day of my mum's death, the anniversary, it was purely coincidence. I was working a couple of days before, and I just did it. I just did it on that day, and it just coincidence that it went up on that day.
Yeah, but you got to look at it from my point of view, Paul. Lots of people in that community, I'm not going to pick out names. I can if you want me to. Do things to get reactions from people.
Yeah.
And that's why we did the clickbait thing as a joke, because a lot of it is clickbait.
Yeah. A lot of it is. A lot of it ain't to take offence. And it was to get a reaction. We wouldn't have got Pete on that stream if I didn't do that thing where he's constantly going on about his health all the time. If we didn't put that on, we wouldn't have got him on. Do you know what I mean? And Lee mentions about his health and gets ridiculed for it.
Yeah. This is what I mean. He come on our stream, Pete, and
I'm just defending my friend like you're defending your friends. Do you know what I mean? It's not like
he come on our stream, Pete, and how long he was on, 20 minutes, and he's like, "Oh, you're the victim, are you, Lee?" I've never played the victim. I'm not a victim. I don't talk about my health. I don't talk about my personal life. But it comes a point where, like I said, when you're friends with people, you think you're friends with them, and that's how they treat you, then, like I said, I've got no way of getting to any of you. And Rob's my only outlet. He's got a YouTube channel, so I could go on there and talk.
I get that.
Yeah, I understand.
So, what do you guys would like moving forward?
Nothing. I just wanted to get it off my chest. I just wanted to let you know how I feel. I don't.
I didn't want to do this call. I didn't want to do this call today because the fact that everything we said, I've not seen the message that Paul sent Lee, but he's apologised for it all. So everything we said was facts, and that's it. And I just wanted you guys to admit what was wrong, and that was it. I didn't need to speak to anyone else because I'm happy. I'm done with it all.
I mean, to be fair, I mean, I know I blocked you and Lee, Rob. Sorry, Jamie. I know I blocked you and Lee, Rob. More Lee first, apologies, and then Lee and Rob further on down the line. But you've got my number, Rob, outside of Facebook. If you wanted to, you could have rang me out of the blue. And you and I could have had a chat.
Why did I need to?
I don't know, because you said to have a word. You never did.
But then I did it with an open mic. You could put a message up.
But I'm not going to go onto a live stream with
no, but I said
watching.
that you didn't have to. You could have said we'll do it offline, and then we'll get together. I didn't want to speak to people individually because yet again it'll be the bullying card.
Yeah. I'm not going to speak. See, if you and I were to speak individually, I wouldn't even mention Lee.
No, but I would only bring you in because the situation was with all of us. If like we spoke to Pete already, if one of you couldn't make tonight, we wouldn't have had this call because everyone needs to get their point out as a group because that's how it was. If I speak to you, if it was, you know what I mean, everyone was involved. You speak together. Individually, it won't prove anything other than our relationship, which is that's it, done.
The point.
That's fine. You, like I said to you in the message you messaged me, Rob, if that's how you feel, that's fine. It's not how I personally feel, but if you want it to be ended, then that's fine. If you're entitled to do that, and I totally accept your decision with that. Obviously, if you change your mind, which you're probably not going to, I'm always open for a chat. I'm not gonna block you guys again. I'm more than happy to have any discussion about anything, as long as it doesn't get to an argumentative state or the swear was thrown. I'm not saying a big pussy or that kind of thing, but just doesn't get to that. But I'm always going to leave the door open, Rob, for you and I to revisit what we had, and that's all I'm going to say in the matter. But yeah, sorry, carry on. What else are you going to say?
No, I was just going to say, which I mentioned on the live stream. You know, I went from, and it's not me saying I'm a big, wonderful person, because I'm not. I can be a cunt. I know I can. But, you know, I went from sort of being everyone's friend and sending people stuff and being friends with everyone to then being fucking hated by everyone in the fucking community. And this is why I get so pissed off when I see people playing the victim card all the time.
And in other communities that you don't even link to the
situation. That's what I mean. It's just, you know, it's fucking spread now that I'm this fucking, you're that guy that bullies people in communities. You're the guy that does this and does that. How did I get that reputation? I know how I got it, because I was defending people who I thought were my friends. That's how I originally got it. So that's where I stand.
But then how can we control that though? If someone
by
backing me up. Group, goes to another community, you know, but we don't know.
No, I'm talking about when it originally all happened.
The person that went to the community was Jamie. Jamie went to admins in another community to say stuff about Lee.
I know that there's people that have reached out to me, and at first because I was upset, I said, look, I'm not friends with them anymore. They weren't very nice to me, but I'm not. That's all I ever said. Now when I got messages after your first stream, I had so many messages, and every response I gave, despite how much horrible things you said about me, I mean, true or not, it doesn't matter. The fact was there's a lot of horrible stuff said about me. I just said to everybody that responded, all I said was, right, these guys, out of respect to them, I'm not going to talk about it. I don't want to, you know, I've listened to what they've said. They go their way, I go my way, and that's it. I wish them well, and I say that to everybody. You know,
that's playing Jamie. That's playing the victim. Obviously, someone went to Lee, an admin, to say, "Do you know this guy? He's saying terrible things about you. Who's this idiot?" An admin, a different group.
About you guys, I get
no, but this is admins from other groups. They're not involved in the Big Bully group. You've gone to.
Yeah, but Rob, there's one point you're missing. This wasn't after the streams. This was before the streams.
Yeah, it was way before. Yeah.
Yeah. My reputation was getting trashed before I did any of these streams with Rob in other communities.
And I'm defending my friends. That's what I'm doing.
I don't know. I was on the Big Paulie page for a while, so I don't know what was being said. But
we've all said things, we've all done things that we regret, and we've all said things that we shouldn't have done.
Yeah, I mean, I put my hand up.
To
I've
get
said
to this
things, done
point.
things I'm not proud of, but I apologise for all the stuff, and I hope we can just all go our own way and just leave it at that. And I wish you all well. I really do. Even you, Lee, you absolutely hate my guts. I wish you both. I wish you both well, and I'm sorry that you've been ill as well. I must say that, because it's not fair. And for you to go through this shit on top of being sick and ill, whatever it is that's wrong, I don't know the whole story. It's not fair. It's not right.
Because nobody asked us why. Because everyone plays the victim card.
I think everybody's guilty of that. I think
I'm
when
not.
you get whenever a lot of people have problems, they act in ways they don't usually act.
Jamie, you sort of pulled a face there. You go through if you can't, because you blocked me and we're not friends anymore. I've never once put a post up on Facebook about my health. I've never once spoke about my health in any of the groups I've been in. I don't speak about my
I
health.
didn't know about your health.
Yeah, I don't speak about it. So I get angry when I get people like Pete calling me, "Oh, stop playing the victim," when every intro to his video is 5 minutes of him telling you how many times he's died. But I'm a victim, according to Pete. And I'll tell you this, because this is a chat between us. You know, I was really fucking pissed off when that all happened in the group, and it wasn't the fact that you kicked me out of the group; it's the way you kicked me out of the group. And in my personal life, Rob knows this, but you lot don't. At the time when you kicked me out of the group, my brother had recently got throat cancer, so I had all that to deal with as well. But I don't discuss it with you because it's none of your business. So
No,
people that say they're your friends, but they're clearly not your friends, are they?
No, I understand completely where you come from, mate.
Yeah, I do. I think we've all said and done things that we.
I think in hindsight we could have handled things a lot better than we did, and I think all of us would probably agree it shouldn't have got to the stage where it should have got down.
Yeah. No,
well, like I said about sounding like a broken record, you know, if you would have spoke to me, I'll say this, I can say it now because Matt's not here, you know, we still got the balls. If you would have all spoke to me like men at the time and discussed it with me, fine, you spoke to me. It's the fact that, you know, you're out of the group, away you go, which, yeah, fine, it's your decision, whatever. No one discussed it with me. No one even asked how I was, what was going on in my life. No, just you're out of the group. And then for the next couple of months, every group I'm in, anyone I talk to, private messages from people I don't know. Oh, you're that racist from the Big Paulie group. You're that sexist. You're that cunt. You're this, you're that. I need that every day, don't I? It's just great fun. And then I see other people talking about
said that about you.
And I see other people talking about getting bullied. And I'm like, well, welcome to my world.
Yeah, so there's a knock-on effect. Cause and effect, isn't it?
One comment that said that's bowled out of control.
What do you mean? What do you mean it's a knock-on effect? From what? What did I do that caused that?
No, what I'm saying is because we kicked you out of the group, but in hindsight handle it differently, there's therefore then that knock-on effect of what's happening with you, with the bullying.
Yeah, and this is, and I'll go back again to the comments, and Jamie will say I never mentioned you. You didn't have to. You didn't have to. People knew you meant me and Rob when you come back and said about the toxic element and the bullying. Even Milliship put a post up about the bullying the next day.
Same day.
Same day. And I can't defend myself. I'm not there to defend myself.
And even when you put that comment up about the other bunch, we didn't tell people to defend us. And people were in the comments, I'll put this as a response. We didn't ask for that, but people are defending us because we've done nothing. We've done nothing wrong. But we're the bullies. We've done nothing to any of you guys.
What I did wrong is I have an opinion. That's basically what I did wrong. And before, I know what Paul's going to say, well, you know, it's the way you word it and the way you say it. But like I said, Paul, I used to put big posts up in your group about why I didn't like things. And people would take the piss out of me. So I joined in. If they can put it's a masterpiece, I'll put it's a piece of shit. Same thing, there's no context, I'll just put it's a piece of shit. And then, you know, all the private messages start. And I did, whether you say I didn't or not, I know I did, 100%. I reached out to various members. I reached out to you, Paul, reached out to other admins to sort the situation out before it got out of hand. And no one did nothing. And in my head, I thought, well, I know why this is happening. You want me out of the group, but you need an excuse to get me out of the group. So I'll let him, you know me, I'll let him get pushed to a point where he will snap, he will say something he shouldn't, and then I've got an excuse to remove him. And that's exactly what happened. I snapped at Jonathan. I'm out the next day. That evening, Jamie's back in the group. So look at it from my point of view. What does that look like?
I can see your point of view
Yeah.
there, but it was never my intention to remove you from the group. Never my intention. It was only because of everything that was coming from all the angles and people that were.
But people was getting post approvals put on. Yeah, if they said
Yeah.
stuff, you instantly removed me. A friend from the group. I took down that video of Jamie. When I think I posted a link to it in the Big Paulie group. I took it down when you said about it, and I got instantly removed. And say I don't want to go on the group. A friend, you removed me from the group. This when I went to Magpie and went to Pete, saying, "Look, you can do anything about this. I'm not getting involved. It's Paul's decision." And then doing videos to say it was a group decision. Do you know, who's telling the truth?
That's what I got. That's what I was told. I was told it was a group decision, and then I spoke to Pete. And
And Jamie weren't involved in that.
nothing to
Jamie
do with
obviously weren't back on.
No, I wasn't involved in that.
Even with the whole Rehan stuff. Do you know how many comments I got after that? You know, Pete messaged me saying, you know, Rehan's destroying you on the stream. Months and months we're saying he's a problem. I get on there, put him in his place because he needs to sometimes. So you need to pull people back. And the minute I said that, everyone on that stream was quiet. But in the comments, well done. So it's when you're on live, you're completely different people.
It's
To you are in real life.
It's the same. It's the same again with the thing with Jamie. You know, I've got this reputation of threatening to drive down to where he lives and beat him up, which I never said. Adam said it. But everyone thinks that's me. Everyone thought that was me. And shit sticks. So
I was ill. I was ill on that phone call. I was really poorly. I was in bed, if I remember correctly. And I remember that it was Adam was saying, "I'm going to come down there and sort you out." And I said, "Come round for a cup of tea." And I took it the wrong. I gave out the wrong impression. I actually thought it was. I thought, you know.
So why would Pete say then it was Lee?
I don't know, because I didn't tell. I didn't. You know, I didn't.
got to look at it from my point of view, Jamie. There was
don't tell everybody everything.
from my point of view, there was 4 people on that call: me, you, Jules, and Adam.
Yeah.
So
I know you lost
obviously, I wouldn't accuse myself of threatening to beat you up, would I? So it leaves 2 people.
No, you didn't accuse me of. You didn't.
No, I'm just saying I wouldn't accuse myself of. So it's obviously come from 2 other people. And I've spoken,
I know you
to
didn't push Pete. You
Jules.
didn't push Pete on that stream. You didn't push him on that stream. Obviously, he come on his own because the wheelchair bit at the beginning. He's in a wheelchair, so we mentioned it.
All the guys that came on, we didn't push them forward.
No,
I understand you're saying he come on his own.
People not to go on it. So
Come on his own accord, and he made himself look like a complete dick. In the last 20 minutes, it's like he was our best mate, or he thinks he was. You know, he was fine. But then the comment he was saying about the stuff we were saying about Paul was all bollocks.
So it's Pete's not here, so I don't really want to talk about him. But
That's why I didn't want to mention Paul.
but I'll mention this. Even all that, you know, when he was in hospital, me and Rob were calling him every day to talk to him. You know, and then he turns around and we get a message off of Pete saying, "Well, you should concentrate on your marriage, Rob, and Lee, you should concentrate on your health." I thought he was my friend, Pete. Like, there's not.
Why should Big Paulie give you airtime?
Yeah.
What a stupid thing to say.
What's
that
about? You know, it's fucking ridiculous.
We don't want airtime. Do you know what I mean? What a chat. We've had a chat.
We even said on the first stream that we did that we would talk to you offline, all of you. We said that. We said it on all the streams. But you know, look at Pete, for instance. He's not here, but I'll mention this because it's true. What did he say at the end of when before he left? "I'll unblock you, Lee, and we'll try and sort something out." I'm still blocked.
Yep.
So, you know, and like Magpie's unblocked me. That only happened whenever. I don't know when that happened, but I'm blocked by everyone. Paul's unblocked me now, so he can talk to me. But I repeat myself again. I'm blocked by people I've never fucking spoken to. Well, I know. I've never had a crossword with them. Evander, for instance. Yeah, and I might have left a sarcastic comment on his video, but like I said, like you said, Jamie, for every cause, there's a reaction, and that's my reaction.
Everybody, and I think everybody here's had a reaction from something that they've said or done. That's for sure. And I think you have to. I've apologized. I've been up since 6. I'm getting a bit croaky. I think everybody's had something negative from all of this. Well, no matter who's right or who's wrong, we've all gone through something we shouldn't have gone through, and this all could have been sorted out weeks ago, like you guys. I agree on that, but it is what it is. We can't change what's happened, but at least we've had this conversation now. Even though, maybe it's a bit late to the party, at least we've all managed to get it off our chest and chat about it, even and respectfully as well. There's been no upset, so I hope that you can take on board my side of things and not think, okay, maybe he wasn't as bad as I thought he was. And I obviously the friendships, you don't want to know, that's fine. I appreciate that, and that's good. And I wish you both well. And after all this, that's it. Enjoy. I hope everything goes right for both of you. And that's us. I don't know really what else to say. I think this is all going around in circles. Basically, we all hate each other for whatever reasons. And
I don't hate anybody.
No, I don't hate anybody, but I don't know what it was. I think the best thing now is, for me, is like we've all had it out now. Should we just leave it like that and just say, oh, I don't know. Is there anything else you want to say?
No, just one thing. Just because no one ever seems to answer this question. Why was I never given the same in response for what I did for all you lot? That's all I want to know. For all the times I've defended all of you, why was I never given the same courtesy by any of you?
I've got no reply yet, mate. I've no idea. I don't know.
I unfriended you before any of the stuff happened in the big pool.
Yeah, but that happened. We know why that happened, because that was the Jules thing. But like I said, Jamie, and you've admitted that tonight, even when me and you weren't talking, we hadn't spoken in months. When I heard what had happened with Jules, I messaged you and James that day to see if he was all right.
Yeah. No, I appreciate that.
No response.
But no, Jamie responded. But then we didn't speak after that. But Millership just dead air silence.
No,
nothing.
I think in response to James Millership, I think he didn't want to get involved in that, because obviously things didn't go well. I don't think he wanted to have that on top. So he's tried to phone me a few times. He's worried, but I told him not to worry. It's
worried about what?
He's an adult though. He's an adult. He's not a kid.
No, not about this. Something else. But,
okay. Right.
It's I don't know what else to say. I don't know. But like I said, all the best to you both.
And like before I go, Paul, Big Paulie, not Magpie. I thought we were friends, and like I said, I reached out to you them last couple of weeks when all that shit was going on. I reached out to you numerous times about that twat in the group, and you did nothing. And again, yeah, I've got a temper, I've got a short fuse, and I'm entitled to have a short fuse because I go through a lot of shit which I don't talk about. And when you reach out to someone who's a friend of yours and you ask them to sort something out, and they just totally ignore the situation, to this day I don't understand why that happened, why you did that.
No, it's just my mistake. It's just my mistake. I just didn't see anything that Jonathan was doing.
They even
bad.
sent you screenshots, mate.
Yeah, I just didn't look into it enough. That's all I can say.
No.
I apologise for that, but
okay.
I can't say anything more about that. Maybe there was more. Maybe I should have looked into more of it. And
even Magpie knew about that. We spoke that before. He knew it was an issue with that guy.
And I did message him. The whole Jonathan thing, I messaged him, told him to stop doing the emojis and all that, and he told he did. And then I know that he didn't after that, so then I messaged him again. And then obviously whatever happened behind the scenes about you saying backwards and forwards, that wasn't part of the group, so I just left that to it. But with regards to what was happening in the group, I told him to stop it. Other than one reflux.
Because nothing was done, that's why I put the picture up. And that within probably about 5 minutes, it got removed. And then I got removed by a friend.
The thing is, all the time I was an admin in Paul's group, I got lots of abuse, private message abuse. Jonathan was one of them.
Yeah.
Sent me some really shitty, I can take it, really nasty fucking messages. And he actually messaged me 3 or 4 months later, completely out of the blue. Hi, mate, can you recommend any films? I'm like, what the fuck? So I had a chat with him for like 2 hours on the phone, recommending films. I thought, maybe he's turned over a new leaf. I thought what's happened. Don't talk to me for 6 months. And I get a message one day, racist cunt, this prick. And I'm like, what's all this about? Oh, because I put up I didn't like a certain film or a certain show, or I didn't. But this is the thing. But that's fine. That can happen. But if I call someone a dickhead or wind your neck in or something, no, sorry, Lee, you got to go, mate. You see, from my point of view.
Yeah, I get you. You're saying it's one roof for one, another roof for another, basically.
Exactly. But it ain't just that, Magpie. It's not. I'm not saying I have special treatment because we were friends, but you expect a little bit of courtesy from people that say they're your friends, not just you're out of the group, goodbye, fuck off. That's what I didn't expect.
No, I get it. Yeah. It's, I guess it's very similar to me and Rob. Rob's just kind of dropped me, and that's if you want to do it, you can. And it's exactly the same as you. You were friends with the group, you've been removed and you dropped. So yeah, I understand where you come from that perspective.
Yeah, but like you just said, Rob was the reason why Rob's not talking to you is because he was the only person that had my back. No one else did.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That everyone's talking about meeting up with one another, but no one spoke that me and you met up with Jamie Powell. We spoke to Jamie, met him in real life, met his wife. It was all fine, and then because you try to defend someone, he leaves the group because he can't be in a group with you, and then goes around slagging you off to everyone else. Guess what? I want him to
Sorry, you heard that.
It acts like an 8-year-old.
Stop. Just leave it. Yeah. So, should we leave it there?
We've all made mistakes. We've all said things
Yeah.
that we regret saying.
I don't regret anything I've said. I've said nothing about anyone behind the backs. I did a video on a reaction to what was pushed down my throat every day. Everything I said on the stream, I back up, and I've got proof of everything we've said. We've not lied about anything.
The one thing I just want to get across is, yes, I know it's my group, the Big Paulie group, but you know we got the admins, and I do admit that maybe I don't get involved in a lot of the chat and a lot of the comments, and that's why I rely on some of the admins.
But that's what your admins are for. Your admins are it's your face on the channel, and your admins do your or look after your channel.
Yeah,
and this is what we did. We did that, and now you've got an admin that talks about Marvel. That's not an admin. It doesn't matter who you have as admins, but we was going around monitoring your group. We're not removing people, but putting people on suspensions. You know, if they were saying the wrong things, we did all that.
Yeah. So
and I think me and Lee did 90% of that.
While you was admin, and while you was admin, Rob, maybe I didn't see the whole amount of things that were coming because
we dealt with them
because you was dealing with them. So
100%. So when it's thrown in our court, then when we're the problem, we've never had problems in this group before because we've dealt with them all. So when there's a problem, it's then our fault, and we're the ones that look. We can always back for when Kevin Fudge used to say all that horrible stuff about Jamie back in the day. And he's back in your group. He's in Big Paulie group, Kevin Fudge. And you know, even I can't remember who's the other Daniel, the other guy that left. He said some stuff. We defended all you got. You know the larger guy that said he had issues with you, saying you were stalking.
Was it David?
David.
Yeah.
I went in the other group. I went in the film group, and I defended you. Obviously, because of what he says, I'm friends with David now. No, I speak to David. Obviously, that situation had nothing to do with me. But then I defended you. I defended everyone. And you know what I mean?
I think some of the people that are now back in the group again, like you say, like Kevin Fudger, are probably people that I really never myself saw having a problem with. And so I did remember going through my list of, you know, people that are maybe blocked now to see people that I got on well with, you know, I communicated well within the group and just invited them back. But that's all on me. That's me.
But it's like I'm going to go because we need to go. But it's like the thing with Josh.
Yeah.
You know, I think it was you, Magpie, that messaged me about his stream when he was doing the live stream, and he was slagging everyone off. All of us,
it was probably me,
all of you.
Yeah.
And I joined his live stream and told him to pack it in, and ended up calling him a fucking idiot. And anyway, that happened. And then Josh hated me. And then when I talked to you, Paul, about it, months later, you said, well, you never said it to my face, so it don't matter. And I'm like, so again, I'll put myself in a firing line. What for? And I look like the bad guy. Because all people see is me on the stream.
I'm going on. We're having streams, and people coming on. And no one's got anything bad to say about you, Rob. But Lee, what a cunt thing to say. What a cunt thing to say. At least done nothing to anyone. But no one's got a bad thing to say about you, Rob. I worry about you, Rob. What stupid things to say. Lee's in the same video as me. Why am I going to be friends with someone that's so hated and so vile? Because he sends me stuff. It's like, what's the comment? I'm friends with him because he sends me a lot of stuff. What a stupid thing to say.
Rob,
Do you know what I mean?
Rob pays for 90% of the stuff that gets sent from his house.
See, I already know that you, Rob, because you tell me that you pay for the stuff that Lee sends anyway. So I
Yeah.
knew that wasn't true.
Yeah, I stay out of all that. I don't know.
Do you know what I mean? It's not. What a stupid thing to say.
But I just feel now, if I could go back a few years, whenever this all started, I would have never. I would have let Matt come on your stream and call your names under the sun. I would have let Josh talk about you, Big Paulie, all the others talk, and I wouldn't have done nothing. I would have just sat back and done nothing. And probably this situation might not have happened. Probably still be friends and be talking. But I was brought up that if someone's your friend, you defend them, and that's all I ever did was defend people. And all it's ever got me is fucking a reputation as being a bully. So that's the whole reason and the whole point of me doing them streams with Rob, because I've got no other way of talking to anyone. You lot don't talk to me.
That's fair enough.
Yeah, it's fair. I can't argue with that.
I think we're done.
And call it a night.
Yeah,
we're done.
yeah. If you do, just before you go, if you do, I know you don't want to. Either you want to reach out, then you're not blocked, and that I know that you won't, but that's always open.
Okay.
Yeah,
And I do wish you well, Lee, and I hope your health is
I'll
okay.
do the same as well.
Thanks.
Good
All right,
luck
guys.
to you both.
All right.
See you all later.
Bye.
See you
Take
later.
care.
Bye bye.
Bye.